back to Mellow Lavender. Thank you for being here. I talk about all things finance, self-awareness, bettering yourself, self-development, getting your life together, making this money, and being your higher self. So if you like any of that content, if you just like watching me, if you just like seeing all the money mistakes that I make, all of the mistakes that I make, and how not to feel so alone when you make a mistake, definitely keep watching, definitely subscribe. So today I mixed the two. I mixed my money meeting, and I also mixed what I'm looking forward to in these next months, especially for Q2. So I think I talked about it a little bit more in finances, but I also do this for my personal development. I look at my life in quarters. I know One Big and Happy Life, they do it yearly. I think for me that's a little bit overwhelming, but I do see the benefit in doing that. I like quarterlies. They work for me, and that's kind of how I look at my lifestyle. So for personal development and money stuff, I always look at it in quarterly chunks. If you guys are interested in what I'm doing financially for my quarter and how I'm setting that up, you can definitely look into the cards. But this is more personal finances and just some March financial stuff that I didn't go over, because I think that Q2 money meetings really went over my March, even though March is not over yet, but I kind of know the gist of what's gonna happen with my next paycheck. Get started with my madness. So first thing that I want to talk about is, so I did save up for my permit. However, because of the situation that we're in now, I had to spend that money, including with some other money, for some emergency stuff that I needed. I did also take money from my emergency account for travel and stuff, but that was the basis of where that money went. I still will replenish that for my permit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my permit right now, but the money will still be there for when the time comes. So Q2 for me is going to be a very, very big quarter. Q1 was more of catch up and trying to get it together just in a present time. Q2 is really like a foundation setting stone. Like, this is what's going to lead to everything else. So for me, the first biggest thing is my license. So basically, I have a family member who's giving away a car. Yes, it's giving away a car, and all I need is my license to get my registration and everything for the car. I'm super excited to be driving soon, but I also have to prepare myself for that. So I took Saturday to really calculate how much everything is going to be. But that's my biggest thing, is to get my license in Q2. I think the main focus will be in May. May is going to be a super duper good month because we get 3 paychecks in the month, and because of that, I'm able to allocate money towards my savings, but also towards the car payments. So yes, license time. Your girl will be driving. Watch out. I think I'm a pretty good driver though, honestly. I know not a lot of people jack that. Like, I know a lot of people don't believe they're a good driver, but I think I'm a pretty good driver. Stay hydrated. My next biggest thing is to become more consistent and really grow my channel. So as you guys can tell, for those who are here, who have been loyal to me, thank you, because I know that Melanie does not post consistently always, but we're not going to put that in the universe because Melanie is going to post consistently. So because of this time, and because I will have more time on my hands, because I'll be working from home, I am planning to really focus on my channel, and you guys can hold me accountable for that. I also want to grow musically, just really putting more focus towards growing my music. I do produce music, I make beats, I don't sing, and I like doing it. I just, for whatever reason, I always feel like I'm too tired or I don't have enough time, and I'm really taking this time to hone in and make it really a habit. I've been reading Atomic Habits by, I forgot the author's name, but I'll put it somewhere here. I read it via my phone. I think for me, physical books is good too, but I also like books just on my phone. So I'm really trying to make posting on YouTube and working on music a habit. So yeah, that book is great. It really also helps you to become more self-aware of what your habits are, and not really label them as good or bad, but label them as is this making me a better person per se. My foot is falling asleep, so give me a second. Oh, this hurts. When your foot falls asleep, like, wake up. Anywho, my next biggest thing is to start applying to jobs. So I do love my job. Don't get me wrong, I do love my job. But I do live in Jersey, and the commute for me right now is insane. And because of that, I am looking to move and work somewhere closer. The commute before wasn't too much for me, but lately the trains sometimes, especially on the weekends, they will stop working, and I have to find another means to get home. And what normally is a 2-hour commute becomes a 3 and 4 hour commute. So that's just a lot of time that I don't want to spend in transportation. So yeah, I will be fixing up my resume and sending that out, and maybe possibly getting a new job. So my main focus in terms of jobs is either to get something with more money, or to hopefully have a second or third income, or both. I think these are all possible, especially for Q2. I think it's we're really moving, we're really trucking it. Let's rewind a bit. Let's just rewind a bit and talk about Q1 in terms of personal stuff. So I don't think I really had much Q1 goals in terms of like personal development stuff, besides what I have here. I think my main focus was definitely more financial, and to get my glasses so I can see. I also did get a new phone for business purposes, where I'm recording from right now, and to really organize myself. I think that was the main focus for Q1, was to really focus and organize myself in a way where I can be the most productive. The biggest lessons that I learned in Q1 was, one, to set boundaries. Boundaries are super duper important in terms of work, in terms of life, in terms of everything. And you don't really see that until you're in that situation, but I really had to bring myself to have boundaries. And boundaries for me means so much, because if you don't have boundaries, people will they'll just keep asking you for stuff. So you want to really set boundaries. The second thing is that if you plan for stuff, you are able to achieve it, especially if you're constantly looking at your planner and looking at what your goal is. So for me, financially, I planned out all my months like I did for Q2. All my months are planned out in terms of money, and if I make more money, how am I going to spend it? You want to set yourself up for success. If you don't set yourself up for success, you will fail. Now, does that mean that I used every budget sheet that I had to the T? Heck no. Heck no. But the whole point is that because you have this already set in stone, you know what your fixed expenses are, and then you know exactly how much you're spending and where you're spending it. And you're constantly looking at your goals and what your goals are. You're like laser focused on what you have to do. The third thing is that I really thought about how important time is, especially in this particular time. I know I keep talking about it, but I think that this is a really good time to think about how important time is and how important our time is, and how valuable it is to really slow down and to think about what is my next step. And this Q2 for me is really about that. June is my birthday month as well, so I really want to hone in June and really focus on what I want my 24 to be like. I think 23 for me was such a prominent year for me, and I really want to see what 24 looks like for me and how I'm planning for 24. And for that, I think I'm really looking at a yearly thing, like in a year where I want to be and how am I going to do that month to month. And I will share that with you guys whenever I do that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I know that some of my videos are a bit lengthier. I like lengthier videos. I also watch lengthier videos. But yeah, I want to give you guys as much information as possible in terms of how I plan out my life, because information is key in terms of getting your life together and really growing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that everyone is safe and sound, and I hope that you guys have a great, awesome week ahead of you. Stay safe, stay healthy, have fun, relax, do what you gotta do, and thanks.